report by Center Square that nearly 24 Democratic attorney generals, months before your reelection, were basically planning already lawsuits against you, and wanted to see what your comment is on that. Second question.
Well, I heard about that. I'm not surprised because they've weaponized this country like never before.
It's President Donald Trump responding to confidential documents obtained by the Center Square, revealing plans to sue him nearly 7 months before he was reelected. Welcome back to the States. I'm Greg Bishop. Trump made those comments at a press briefing Monday, acknowledging investigative reporting by the Center Square. The Center Square's Washington, D.C. bureau chief, Sarah Roderick-Fitch, asked the president about that exclusive story.
There was a report by Center Square that nearly 24 Democratic attorney generals, months before your reelection, were basically planning already lawsuits against you, and wanted to see what your comment is on that. Second question.
Well, I heard about that. I'm not surprised because they've weaponized this country like never before. The Democrats, or the Democrats as they call them, they've weaponized the country like nobody's ever seen anything like it. When you see the reports that are coming out now, that you would have never seen if I had not won the election in a landslide, but you would have never seen it if I didn't win the election. But the reports that you see coming out now and the kind of illegal activity that they used on the 2020 election and beyond is earth-shattering. These are very dishonest people, so I wouldn't be surprised to hear that.
Now, the Center Square investigative reporter Adam Herbets reports state attorneys general have sued the Trump administration approximately 100 times since January 2025. Documents obtained by the Center Square show the coordinated effort appears to have a nickname: the Project for Federal Accountability. Not all the lawsuits have been joined by each attorney general, and some offices take the lead on different cases. But at last count, the total number of cases that have been brought by certain attorneys general, California's Rob Bonta filed at least 82 lawsuits. Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser, at least 76 lawsuits. Washington State Attorney General Brown, 72 lawsuits, and Attorney General Chris Mays out of Arizona, 49 lawsuits. Now in California, Bonta characterized lawsuits as apolitical, although a confidential document obtained by the Center Square shows only Democratic attorneys general plotted the litigation. Now, the lawsuits have cost California taxpayers in particular $19 million, according to the California Attorney General's office. Have they been successful? Well, so far, here's the status of some of these lawsuits against Trump. 14 cases have been closed in favor of the plaintiff. 4 cases have been dismissed in favor of the federal government. Again, out of 100 cases. Now, the president did not comment on any of the lawsuits specifically. He stated the documents are only being revealed now because he, quote, won the election in a landslide. He said that there are very dishonest people and that he wouldn't be surprised to see that. Now, state attorneys general, they did file 122 multi-state lawsuits against the Biden administration during his 4 years in office, according to data previously collected in 2025 by Marquette University. Now, not all of those were launched by Republicans. 6 of the lawsuits were launched by Democrats, and 2 were bipartisan. Now, when attorneys general have sued prior administrations, Herbets reports it was typically after the administration took action, not before the administration would take action. For example, former Utah Attorney General Mark Shutweth, he pointed to a 2012 lawsuit challenging the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, after its passage in March of 2010. He was one of 22 Republican attorneys general who signed on to that case, which ended with a partial victory and partial defeat before the U.S. Supreme Court. He also said he votes Democrat, but believes the sheer number of lawsuits on both sides are excessive. You can follow that story and so much more from the investigative team at thecentersquare.com. We'll be right back with more here from the States.